Hey everyone, welcome to True Blunt Crime. I'm your host Mike, and today we're going to be going over a case that's not only unsolved, but it's unreal in how little press attention this thing actually got. This is the story of two teenagers that managed to survive one horrific event just to fall victim to another. This is the story of Stephanie Hart-Grizzell and Nick Kunselman. Let's rewind to the year 2000. It's Valentine's Day morning, but this Valentine's Day, it would bring neither chocolates nor roses. The only thing this Valentine's Day brought was crime tape and headlines. Stephanie was 16, Nick was 15. They were both students at Columbine High School. And yes, it's that Columbine. The same Columbine where 12 students and one teacher were viciously gunned down only 10 months before the event we're speaking of today. Stephanie and Nick, they knew each other since middle school. They had always been friends, but having gone through the entire Columbine High School tragedy together, it turned their friendship into something more. They learned to lean on each other. And I mean, of course, who else can understand your trauma but someone who's been through it with you? According to family and friends, they were happy. They were closer than ever. Just trying to do what they can to move forward in a town that's still covered in scars. But that new normal they were building, unfortunately, it wouldn't last long. February 13th, 2000. Nick was working the late shift at the subway located on Columbine Avenue, which is not far from Columbine High School. Stephanie, she sneaks out of the house to go meet up with Nick at the subway, which, I mean, that's what teenagers do, right? You sneak out of the house, go meet up with your girlfriend or boyfriend. You know your parents are going to be furious when you get back, but it's worth it just to steal a couple more moments alone with that special someone. What they didn't know was there was someone else that was also headed to that subway shop. Just after midnight, another subway employee who had just happened to be out and about drove past the subway and noticed that the lights were still on, which was weird. It's midnight. They should have been closed already. So he makes his way inside, and that's when he discovers Stephanie and Nick both behind the counter, both shot dead. There was no forced entry, no robbery, just two kids gunned down for reasons no one knows. Now, a suspect description actually came back very quickly. The suspect description went out almost immediately. White male between the ages of 16 and 20, about 5'7", anywhere from 150 to 170 pounds, with blonde hair. It basically doesn't get any more vague than that. They put this vague composite sketch out there, and of course, it caused people from all over the country to call in tips. And weirdly enough, they even got a couple people to call in confessions. Now, of course, the police, they ran down every lead, every clue, but there was nothing. Rumors had also started swirling about, saying that this may have been a hit by drug dealers who were using that subway as a front for their drug operations. The police looked into over 50 different drug cases, and not a single one was linked to that subway in any way. And the family, they were stuck in a sort of limbo. Every single Valentine's Day, year after year, was the same question. Who did this? Why did they do this? Where did they go? All questions that to this day are not answered. Stephanie's mom, Kelly, says that she remembers kissing her daughter and saying, "Good night, I love you," which is some sort of consolation. At least she got to tell her daughter, "I love you," one last time, even if neither of them knew it would be that last time. The morning of February 14th, 2000, Kelly's mom wakes up, she walks into the living room, turns on the television, and plastered on the screen, "Massacre at Subway." And she's staring at the Subway location she knows very well. And she also notices her daughter's car in that parking lot. Now, she didn't let herself believe the worst right away. Unfortunately, any false sense of security she had was completely shattered when the police knocked on her door. That's the kind of moment no one should ever experience. Stephanie and Nick's friends that had gone through that mass shooting at Columbine only 10 months before that, they were stuck to process another tragedy. But this time, there would be no manifestos, no cameras, and also no answers. A friend of Nick and Stephanie's actually stated years after this that going through Columbine and then now having to process this tragedy seems like they were just stuck to relive these tragic events over and over. And now, over 25 years later, there's still no answers, no suspects, no leads. The reward for information has now gone up to $60,000. But as they say, the silence is the most deafening. Whoever done this, they walked away. And they stayed away. In a world of true crime obsession, thanks for watching, this case somehow just stayed out of the spotlight. I know the true crime space was nowhere near as big as it is now back in 2000, but there were no documentaries on this, no Netflix movies made, just two kids and a bloody scene, and also a question mark that just has never gone away. You gotta ask yourself, why? Why them? Was it personal? Was it random? Did someone think they saw something they weren't supposed to see? Who knows? Your guess is as good as mine, because no one has any answers to this. 2 young lives cut short. No justice, no closure, just pain passed down year after year. So, if you're watching this and you know anything, the tiniest bit of information, please contact Littleton Police Department. Because if you ask me, 25 years with no answers, that's too damn long. Let me know in the comments. Do you think this was random? Do you think these 2 teens were targeted? Do you think that what happened to them was a sign of something a bit more sinister? And if you're new here, make sure to hit that like button and that notification bell so you never miss any of our true crime stories. Thanks so much for watching and being part of the conversation. As always, I've been Mike, you've been you, and together, let's all be safe. Peace!